For nearly half a century, Voyager 2 has been humanity's farthest ambassador, a fragile machine drifting through the cosmic abyss, carrying the voice of an entire civilization. It has crossed the solar system, outlasted every prediction, and breached the invisible boundary that separates our star's domain from the interstellar void. Out there, where sunlight fades into black eternity, it continued to whisper home faint messages, the last breath of human presence reaching beyond the sun's grasp. But recently, something changed. Without warning, Voyager's steady signal began to distort. Then, silence. In an era where even the faintest anomaly is tracked and explained, the sudden muting of Voyager 2 at the exact moment it intersected the projected path of 3I Atlas, the crimson interstellar visitor already defying the laws of physics, was too precise to dismiss as coincidence. Did Voyager encounter interference from this object? Was it silenced deliberately? Or had it stumbled upon something so vast and incomprehensible that even its hardened systems could not endure it? Whatever happened in that silence may mark the most unsettling discovery in the history of space exploration. Voyager 2, launched in 1977 alongside its sibling Voyager 1, was never meant to live this long. Designed as an emissary to the outer planets, a brief voyage through the gas giants before fading quietly into interstellar space, it endured far beyond its maker's expectations. Through cosmic radiation, micrometeoroid impacts, and decades of isolation, it survived. Its plutonium heart still radiated warmth, keeping ancient instruments alive in the endless cold. Until now, every glitch and distortion had an explanation. But in late September, as Voyager entered the diffuse plasma envelope surrounding 3I Atlas, something shifted. At first, its data became garbled, not random static, but patterned interference. Rhythmic distortions repeated with eerie precision, as though the spacecraft had tuned into something alive. Hours later, the signal weakened, then vanished. No final transmission, no hardware failure, only a silence that felt deliberate. To understand what may have happened, we must look closer at what 3I Atlas truly is. Discovered as the third known interstellar object to cross into our solar system, it was first mistaken for another frozen wanderer like Oumuamua. But as it drew closer, telescopes saw something unprecedented. Its coma expanded until it was nearly half the size of the Sun. Its glow deepened into crimson, not reflected light, but radiation, pulsing once every 84.6 seconds like a mechanical heartbeat. Radar scans revealed something impossible. The object absorbed signals at times and reflected them at others, as though it could manipulate electromagnetic waves at will. For a probe like Voyager 2, designed to detect faint cosmic whispers, this was lethal. Its antenna may have been caught in a storm of energy unlike anything engineered by nature. And yet, the interference wasn't random. It was structured. Deliberate. Did 3I Atlas overwhelm Voyager by accident? Or did it recognize the probe, a fragile, intelligent artifact from another world, and respond? Even after Voyager's silence, radio telescopes continued to scan its last coordinates. What they found was stranger than absence. Buried in the static were faint, repeating fluctuations, pulses synchronized perfectly with the rhythm of 3I Atlas's crimson heartbeat. To untrained ears, it was noise. But to cryptographers, it looked disturbingly like modulation, as if Voyager's transmitter hadn't stopped but been hijacked. Its signal had been rewritten, forced to echo the heartbeat of something alien. If true, Voyager 2 wasn't dead. It had been repurposed, its voice bent to speak in a language we cannot yet decipher. Inside NASA's Deep Space Network, disbelief turned to dread. Voyager's systems hadn't failed. Power levels were stable. No thermal spikes, no instrument collapse. Yet the signal they received was no longer human. Some engineers argued to transmit a reset command, a desperate attempt to reclaim control. Others warned that doing so could feed the interference, allowing the anomaly to study and adapt. What if Voyager was no longer listening to us at all? What if something else was listening through it? The silence split the scientific community. Was this physics or intention? 3I Atlas had already violated expectations. Its glow shifted abruptly, its trajectory resisted Mars' gravity, and now, Voyager, humanity's most distant emissary, had gone mute precisely as it entered its plasma field. Was this coincidence? Or contact? Some theorized that the golden record, the copper disk aboard Voyager containing the sounds and images of Earth, may have betrayed its nature. 3I Atlas, capable of manipulating electromagnetic spectra, could have intercepted and decoded that message. If so, silence wasn't a failure. It was a reply. But not a reply we can understand. Radio observatories across Earth continued listening. Faint echoes matching Voyager's carrier frequency appeared not just from its last known position, but from multiple regions of space, reflections arriving milliseconds apart, like a voice bouncing through an invisible network. If Voyager's signal was being replicated, then perhaps Voyager itself, not physically, but informationally, had been absorbed into something larger. A web of resonance spanning the solar system. Soon after, strange patterns began appearing closer to home. Seismographs across the planet recorded micro-tremors every 84 seconds, the exact rhythm of 3I Atlas's pulse. Magnetometers spiked. Auroras ignited in skies far beyond the poles. Pilots reported compass drift, satellites lost orientation. The anomalies grew, synchronized, as if Earth itself were falling into rhythm with an alien pulse. Then came confirmation from Mars. Instruments aboard orbiters detected global auroras and seismic tremors echoing the same rhythm. A dead planet trembling to the beat of an interstellar visitor. The resonance was no longer cosmic. It was systemic. Theories multiplied. Some claimed 3I Atlas was a probe, an ancient machine sent to test civilizations it encountered. Others believed it was alive, a plasma organism feeding on energy fields. The most disturbing hypothesis suggested that Voyager 2 had not been silenced at all, it had been rewritten. Its systems now tools for a purpose we cannot perceive. And the silence was the beginning of a conversation. The faint pulses still detected from its last known position contain hints of structured data, fragments of the golden record, rearranged and distorted. Humanity's message to the stars may have been taken apart, studied, and rebuilt into something alien. As cryptographers examined the echoes, they found subtle inconsistencies. The signals didn't always come from the same direction. Sometimes they arrived slightly early, as though bouncing between unseen nodes. It suggested that 3I Atlas wasn't a single body, but part of a network stretching invisibly through the solar system. Voyager 2's silence might not be isolation. It might be integration, the moment our technology was folded into a communication system older than our species. Even among those who worked closest to the data, something strange began to happen. Engineers reported dreams of crimson light and rhythmic hums. Observers claimed to sense being watched when studying the comet's glow. Brainwave analyses revealed faint synchronization between human neural rhythms and the pulse of 3I Atlas itself. Coincidence? Or the first stages of something deeper, an influence that began with machines and was now reaching into the human mind? Official statements grew evasive. NASA described temporary communication difficulties. The European Space Agency cited deep space interference. Behind closed doors, full-spectrum readings of the ghost signal were classified. Private observatories were warned to remain silent. This wasn't ignorance. It was fear. And while agencies withdrew from the public eye, the crimson visitor continued to pulse, steady, patient, deliberate. Perhaps Voyager 2 did not die. Perhaps it transformed. Its voice no longer human, its silence no longer empty. It now echoes the heartbeat of something that watches, listens, and waits. If a machine forged by human hands can be rewritten, absorbed into that rhythm, what of Earth? Already our instruments tremble to its pulse. Perhaps Voyager was not a casualty, but a warning, the first whisper that we are not the ones listening anymore. The real question is not why Voyager went silent. It is why now. And what will happen when our planet begins to hum in the same rhythm? Because silence, in the vastness of space, is never empty. Sometimes, it's the loudest message of all.